And indeed a very good afternoon to you. It's just gone 3 o'clock on Saturday the 21st of August 2010. Welcome along to today's United Kingdom Talk here on United Kingdom Radio. And I've been out shopping today, only for a few bits and pieces for the house, and I have found a bargain, boys and girls. Now, probably a little bit later on... Oh, hang on a minute, I forgot something. Oh, yeah. Nearly forgot the record button, very nearly. Now, you see, the reason for that is no one reminded me today. Did you? Usually, just before I come on, I get all these reminders from people telling me to not forget to hit the record button, something I'm very, very good at. Forgetting to hit the record button. So it just came into my mind then. Please, someone remind me at just before the time. Okay, yes, bargain of the week. I haven't actually brought them up here. Well, I should have brought them up here with me. I needed some paintbrushes. So Saturday morning, went down the bank, done a few bits and pieces of shopping environment. I had to get some staples. Why is it so difficult to get the correct size staples for a... I've got a staple gun. Just a minute, let me get it. Let me get it. There we are, I got it now. I've got two of these staple gun things. One's a red one, and I cannot for love of money find the staples for these, and they're wonderful machines. You just oh, just a minute, what's that there? Is that staples in there? 1 minute. Oh no, it's just a design. I've got a red staple gun, and for love of money I cannot find the staples for this. And the idea is you put it up against something like a piece of paper or something like that you want to put on the wall, and you click it. It's easy as that. It's so easy, okay? You just click it like that, and things get attached to walls. It's all very, very clever. Now, I've got a metal one as well, and I have indeed found the staple guns to this. I mean, great fun to be had at home with these boys and girls when you grab an unsuspecting friend and you pin him against the wall, and carefully around his clothes, you staple him to the wall. Has anyone ever done that to you? That was actually done while I was in primary school, just 1 or 2 years ago. And the teacher was so annoyed with someone, he actually stapled them to the wall, and they couldn't move. So do try that one at home, okay? Do be careful not to get... Oh, excuse me, just a minute now. Let me just... sorry, let me turn that answer phone off there. How rude of people to ring at this time. What was I saying then? I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, yes. Do be careful not to fire staples into people's eyes and things like that. But if you're just holding them, you might need 2 or 3 people to grab an unsuspecting friend, pin him against the wall, and staple him up there, and leave him. Leave him for hours, days, possibly weeks. You know, with perhaps, a glass of water and an item of food just out of reach. I'm sorry, I'm being very nasty today. Welcome along. There's an email address if you want to join in at any time. Whether you're watching the show live or indeed listening to a recording, you can join in by email. First of all, by email. My email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. All right, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. We've already got Tom with us this morning. Hello, Tom. We were trying to sort out his sound system yesterday so that he can do a show here. We haven't quite got there, but I feel we made good inroads into your technological equipment yesterday, didn't we? We almost got there, but not quite. So we're trying to get on with that. Good. Hello, Tom. And Sean's with us as well this morning. Good morning, Sean, who is concerned that I might get my... Please don't clean your ear on air with your finger. Oh, well, what are you supposed to do? There could be an insect crawling into my head, about to eat my brain. And you're telling me not to, it may need to be tugged back out again. I suppose over the course of one's lifetime, we must get things like, I don't know, spiders or flies crawling inside one of our openings. Don't you think? I mean, there's a lot to be said for not sleeping naked in bed. You could wake up in the morning full of all sorts of dreadful, dreadful things. Do be careful. We need rubber stoppers. That's what we need. We need rubber stoppers to place in our ears in our mouth, up our nose, and possibly in another hole, to stop insects and things crawling up there while we're asleep. It's very worrying, you know. I mean, the world is a very dangerous place. I could be sitting here doing this show, okay, and suddenly a meteorite will fall out of the sky, and that's it. I'll be dead. Knocked out cold. We don't want to talk dead, because I think, is Mikey Holt with us today? Let's have a quick look. I don't think he is. But Mikey Holt doesn't like us talking about dead things. So we're not discussing dead today, okay? We're going to leave dead. Tom says, aren't we allowed to eat... aren't we known to eat at least 20 spiders a year? Well, you may like spiders, Tom, but we don't. I mean, if you want to eat 20 spiders a year, that's entirely up to you. You carry on, okay? Me, I personally prefer... piece of toast with marmalade on it and butter. Now, talking of food and weight, I am pleased to announce a further reduction in my weight to 13 stone, 2.4 pounds. It's coming down slowly. I would like to say to you that this time next week I will be weighing 13 stone, 1 pound. Okay? Let's not set the target too high. I think sometimes, you know, when you set targets too high, for whatever reason, whether it's weight or, I don't know, winning chess competitions, whatever, if you set your targets too high and you don't reach them, it's always very disappointing, isn't it? So I'm not going to set it too high. That means I need to lose 1.6 pounds this week. I think that might be achievable. So let's see if we can get to 13 stone 1. And by the beginning of September, I would like to be a little bit below 13 stone, 12 stone something, okay? So fingers crossed. I think I ought to be congratulated on that. Although I have to admit, I just had a rather large dinner, which was a bit larger than the dinners I've been having in a few days. What I've done, I'm now having 3 meals: breakfast, lunch, dinner. Once I've had dinner at about 7, 8 o'clock. The lunch is the biggest meal, incidentally. Okay, the dinner is actually quite small. For example, for dinner yesterday, I had a packet of rice and a piece of bread, wholemeal bread and butter. That was it. Okay, and then once I've had dinner, that's it till breakfast the next morning. And I think that's what's helping me to lose the weight. That long gap there between dinner and breakfast. What do you reckon? Have you got any weight losing tips? I think I'm doing all right, actually. I don't need any tips. And I've kind of now got into the routine. It's so difficult to get into a routine of actually losing the weight. But I think once you've been going for a few days, it becomes all that much easier to walk past that crisp machine that sits outside the swimming pool. To walk past the large packets of Cadbury's Dairy Milk buttons that are just sitting there in a newsagent waiting to be gobbled up by little old me. I do like those, so good news there. Oh yes, I haven't got onto the special. Oh, just a minute. Hello to Mike Cullen, who joins us live from Newcastle. Hello, Mike. He's watching the show today. And Tom says I don't. Wait, he doesn't eat spiders. I thought you ate spiders, Tom. Are they quite nice? You know the legs of spiders? Can you kind of use them to pick out the bits in your teeth afterwards, I wonder? How gross is that? It's dreadful. I didn't get onto our special offer, did I? Yes, so I went to Tesco's and I wanted a paintbrush. I was going to go down to Sainsbury's Homebase, but where I was positioned in town at that time, and it was running a little bit late to get up here, I thought, no, let's see if they've got any in Tesco's. I said, have you got any paintbrushes, please? Yes, we've got a Tesco's, is it Homebase, or what's it called? Tesco's Home and Wear. We got a Tesco's Home and Wear in Bracknell. So I went in there, have you got any brushes? Yes. And she took them there. £1 for 3 brushes, dear. Gling! Bargain of the week. £1 for 3 paintbrushes. How fantastic! Oh, how fantastic is that? I was over the moon, dear. Over the moon. I offered more money. I said, have £2. She said, no, we only want the £1. So that was it. I picked up my brushes. And then people, I don't know what it is with people in that shop, but they appear to be customers stupid. And I'll tell you why. There are 3 checkouts in there, four checkouts, I think, at the end. You kind of queue and there's 4 checkouts. And then, to the side, there are 6 or 7 self-service checkouts. And they all stand in this line, waiting for the 5 normal checkouts. No one uses the self-service. So I just walked, I minced, boys and girls, I minced past all these people, and there must have been 10, 12, 14 of them in the queue. I just minced past them all, and there were 3 self-service checkouts with no one standing at them. So I went over there and let myself out. Shoved the pound in the machine, got my receipt, off I went, said goodbye to the security guard. Yes. Got on my little bicycle and come home. Now, I can hear what you're asking. Why did you need paintbrushes? Right. Well, I've got a bit of guttering outside, which I recently had a man over. No, not like that. Please. It's a clean programme. We're not having any of those details here, and there hasn't been a man over here for a couple of years now, to be honest. Quite frankly, I'm getting very upset about that. But anyway, yes, a man came to fix a bit of guttering, which somehow had become broken, smashed. It was actually a big bit missing. It might have been like that for ages, and I've just never noticed it before. But there we are. So he'd done that, and everything was all well and good. So now when it rains, okay, it doesn't pour out. But I noticed the top of the guttering, where kind of there's an elbow, and it goes round. It's dripping out of that elbow. And we can't be having drips. I'm sorry. There's nothing worse than an old drip, is there? There really isn't. Because they just go on and on, these old drips. And you can't stop them. So I ordered this thing off the internet, which I found in one of the Sunday Times magazines. And it said on there, you don't need to take the guttering apart and renew bits of rubber and all this palaver. All you need to do is paint over this stuff. So I ordered one on the internet and it came yesterday. Little tin of stuff. I opened it and it says stir it, so I stirred it and put the paintbrush in, and it's ever so it's like a thick grey elasticy stuff. That's the only way I can explain it. Thick grey elasticy stuff. So I got a load on the paintbrush. I put the ladder up. It's such a heavy ladder that is. It's a 3-section thing in it, up the side of the house. Right. So I put the ladder up and I'm up the top there and I'm painting this join. And it says put it on thickly, so I've painted it, and that was about 2 hours ago now. And it says if you want to, you can put another coat on after 2 hours, but you don't have to. But I will do that. Although I've just looked out the window now at the elbow joint, and I think I've put a bit too much on it because there's like a big drip hanging down like that. I'm not sure what to do. Shall I just leave that thing like where this liquid? It's not paint. I don't know what it's called. Should I just leave that thing where it's hanging down? Or shall I try and brush it back up? But it might be dry now. In which case, should I actually cut it off? Not quite sure. Do we have any DIY experts with us this morning? If so, please call in and let me know. Okay? There's 3 ways of contacting the show. Once again, anytime, if you're watching a recording of this show, then you can always join in by email. My email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. If you're watching the show live, then you'll know it's 3:15 on Saturday the 21st of August. If it's that time and date where you are now, then you are indeed with us live, listening or watching. You can either Skype in. My Skype username is all one word, United Kingdom Radio. If you've got Skype, you can Skype into the show. It's United Kingdom Radio, all one word. Or indeed, there's a phone number, and our phone number is 020 3287 1488. Okay? 020 3287 1488. Do I cut that bit off? Do we circumcise? Do we circumcise the guttering, or do I just leave it hanging there? It looks like that thing that's at the back of your throat. Is it your tonsils? I haven't got mine. I had mine cut out. They were dragged out of my body when I was just 7 years old, boys and girls. They were taken out, terrible tonsillitis, and they cut them from my throat, and they are no longer. Although someone said do tonsils grow back? Do they grow? Tonsils actually grow back? Is that right? Someone told me that. A couple of messages coming in. Sean says, I hate self-service checkouts. They get muddled up. You end up punching them. Well, you can't be doing it properly, Sean. I had big fights with these when they first came out. I just couldn't get on with them. But now I love them. You can take all the time in your world packing those items of shopping, can't you? You don't have to worry about it at all. You just pack your items, taking it all at your own leisure and not worrying about a thing. Wonderful. I love self-service checkouts now. Oh, the Ustream is buffering. Is it really? That happens sometimes, I'm afraid. We don't worry too much about that. Listen to the old audio stream as well. That works very well, okay? Sometimes the Ustream video does buffer. It's just the way it is. You may find that happens to you as well. Don't know why. It's one of those things. I've come to sort of accept that and not to worry too much about it, okay? There's a message here from Ian, who says, Mikey Holt's show from Friday is not on iTunes. Why is that? The reason is Mikey Holt had technical problems Friday, and therefore there was no show to upload, unfortunately. He did about half the show and then went. He also left on Friday, I'm afraid. Mikey Holt is no longer with us. He left on Friday. Okay. The other thing I noticed while I was in Tesco's was the huge amount now of baby alarms that they have. Anyone notice that? Wonderful little gadgets. They've got like the intercom type thing where you can listen into what your child is doing. I mean, I hope there's not one in my bedroom. Are people listening? Maybe they're all over the house. Are people listening to what's going on in my property? What is it you want to know? There's no secrets going on in here, I'm afraid. There is nothing against the national interest that is going on here. Okay? There's nothing of interest at all to you. All right? But they have these wonderful baby monitors, little speakers, and now they even have little baby monitor cameras. And it comes with a small television set. And you put the, I don't know if it's wired or wireless actually, but you can put the camera pointing at your child who's in the, I mean, it's very Big Brother, isn't it? I don't know if I like it really. Anyway, you can put this camera pointing at your child asleep in the cot. I mean, maybe Kat and David, they've recently had a baby. They could put one on there, couldn't they? They could put one on there. Now, just a minute. Let me just check something for you. I shall be with you in a second. I need to check something. Yes, I thought so. Okay, we carry on. Yeah. You just point this thing, and it comes with a little television set, and that you would have somewhere else in the house, you see, and you would just watch your child, perhaps. Kat and David on the Isle of Wight, they recently had a baby, didn't they? You know, and you have, although I think they're in the same room with it all the time. But I suppose as it gets older, then you would put a small child in a room on its own, and then you can watch them from this camera thing, which is very good. And they have another one. They had another one which actually had infrared lights all around it, dear. Oh, wonderful new gadgets. All to look after baby. Eh? Isn't that nice? Isn't it nice? So, just some things I noticed in Tesco's earlier. Now, good news for X Factor viewers, of course, of which I am one of them. Now, I'm certainly not a Big Brother viewer. What a complete and utter waste of television space that is. Although it seems to be fairly popular. I know a lot of people watch it. That's fair enough. I don't watch Big Brother. Don't know who's in it. Don't know who was in it in the past. Not interested in these wannabe celebrities who actually have no real talent. You do realise that, don't you? These people there is no real talent there. It's just a load of strange people chucked in a house, which for some unexplainable reason, millions of people find interesting. I don't know why. I don't know why you find it interesting, but you do. But X Factor I like. And apparently, and it's in today's Sun newspaper, we are going to see tonight poor old Cheryl Cole. We all like Cheryl. Why do we all like Cheryl Cole? Even I like her. And I'll tell you why I like her. Yes, she is pretty. Yes, she is young. But she has a talent. She is not like one of those... Okay, Katie Price. She's not like Katie Price, absolutely no talent whatsoever. Don't know how she's got on all these TV programmes. No talent there whatsoever. Cheryl Cole has talent. So I'm quite excited to see that. And it says on the front page of the Sun today, this is the moment, and it's got a picture of Cheryl Cole on the front of today's Sun. And it says, this is the moment Cheryl Cole collapsed with the final signs of malaria in shocking X Factor audition scenes to be shown tonight. Do we want to see that or not? I don't know. I find it interesting. Malaria is a terrible disease. Terrible disease. But I always thought that malaria was preventable by taking tablets. And I haven't seen it written anywhere whether or not Cheryl took these tablets when she went to a country that has malaria as a problem. See, because if you go to one of these countries, the idea is that you go to the doctor, you tell him, hello, I'm going to so-and-so, and he says, okay, and then you get the tablets. I don't know if they're free or not. Has anyone else been to a country that has malaria? If so, I'd be very interested to hear on you, and whether or not you were given tablets. Certainly, if you're in the UK, excuse me, did you have to pay for these tablets? Do you have to pay for them? Or are they just given to you? Be very interested to hear that. Do let us know. Once again, email address chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, or you can phone us. You can phone us if you're with us live. 22 minutes past 3, Saturday, the 21st of August 2010. The phone-in number 020 3287 1488. 020 3287 1488. Or you can Skype me. My Skype username is United Kingdom Radio. Skype username is United Kingdom Radio. So looking forward to the whole X Factor thing as well. I mean, it's just such a huge show. Now, there'll be a lot of people here. The last huge show we had before X Factor, I would say, you've had Pop Idol, of course, as well. I don't think that was as big. But there used to be a show on in the 70s. Well, it actually was on the 70s and 80s and 90s. But it was big, huge in the 70s, not so big in the 80s, and declined in the 90s with the wrong presenters, in my opinion. Was Bruce Forsyth's Generation Game, which was on BBC One. The show was huge. Huger than the X Factor is now. Wonderful, wonderful show. But it's not all good news, boys and girls. It's not all good news, because if you watch the Extra Factor, which I think is on our ITV2, I'm afraid one of the new hosts is the completely untalented, oh, look at me, I'm very pretty, Connie Huck from Blue... And she was on Blue Peter. Connie Huck from Blue Peter. Pretty, very, very pretty, but she comes across as, hello, watch me, I'm on the telly. You know the sort of person? And she was like, I think she was a bit like that on Blue Peter as well. I mean, I was shocked and horrified the other day to turn on Blue Peter on BBC One, and Valerie Singleton wasn't there. When did she leave? When did Val leave Blue Peter? I can't believe she's not there. Where has Valerie Singleton gone? Can someone have a look and let me know? Where is Valerie Singleton from Blue Peter? I turned it on last week. I thought, oh, I haven't watched Blue Peter for years. Let's have a look. Turn it on. There's no Valerie Singleton. What's happened to Val? Where is Val? We want Val. Do let me know. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Anyway, the dreadful Connie Huck. And I can't stand it. There's a couple of people I don't like on the telly. I'm afraid they're all young women who are very pretty and have got not much talent. There's Connie Huck, there's Katie Price, and Holly Willoughby. Holly Willoughby with the ever so much makeup. All young women who, to me, come across as having nothing behind the looks, no substance to the person at all. And if you want substance from someone, then you should be here on Sunday nights. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not anti-women. I'm anti-women with no talent. These three haven't got any talent. They're reading auto cues. Look at me and all that. If you want someone with substance behind how she looks and how she speaks, then you should be here on Sunday night at 5 o'clock for Suko's show.
Hi, it's Suko. I'm wiping the slate clean. From here on in, it's a new edgier Suko. More politics, more opinions, more debates. Wait, did I say that? Well, maybe just a soupçon of edge. Soupçon, you say? Look it up. What am I, your doormat? And no more kissing up to me for parcels from New York. I don't buy it. Wait, did you say I sound sexy? Well, perhaps something small. Listen Sundays at 5 p.m. UK time.
There we are, the lovely Suko here on United Kingdom United Kingdom Radio on Sunday nights at 5 o'clock UK time. And you can listen or watch Suko simply by going to unitedkingdomradio.co.uk and click either watch or listen. unitedkingdomradio.co.uk. If you're watching a recording of today's show with me, you can indeed join me live on Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 11 o'clock UK time. Okay, Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 11 o'clock UK time, or indeed Saturday afternoons at 3 o'clock UK time. All right, that's to watch or listen to the show live and indeed join in live. Tom says, Connie Huck, she's stupid, shouldn't be on a good show. Now that's interesting. Tom, I wonder if I could give you a quick chat on this on air, if you don't mind, because, and I'll tell you why, because you're 15 years old and you will have your own opinion. Hello, Tom, all right?
Hi.
Tom, where are you? I can't remember now.
Birmingham.
Birmingham. Did I tell you I worked there for a while?
I didn't know.
Okay.
Well, you didn't know.
What was the name of the street now? Oh, my word. Can't remember the name of the blooming street now. It was a big place on the corner called Route 2.
I have no idea.
Do you know that? Oh, right. I worked there for about 6 months last year. Yeah, it must be near you. Anyway, Tom, Connie Huck. Now, presumably, you would have seen her on Blue Peter. You're young enough to have watched her on that, was you?
Yeah.
What did you think of her on there?
Well, she was average, to be honest, because, like, I don't know, she just didn't seem like one of the presenters. I don't know how to explain it, but...
Did she come across as stupid?
Yeah, because she just acted like a tart, because whenever she was presenting, she just, like... She didn't do much of the actual presenting, she just, like, doing the extras, and then, like, just acted weird. I don't know how to explain it, but... I'm going along your lines.
I wanted to get you because you're 15, so you're 15, 25, 35 to 40, 30 odd years younger than me, and to get your point of view. And I think sometimes, people of my age, we criticise younger people such as Connie Huck. When I say younger people, I don't mean as young as you, but people 20 years younger. They're not as good as the people that were on the telly when I was younger. So that's why I'm asking you. You are that age. When I was 15, there was the Blue Peter presenters were John Noakes, Peter Purvis, Valerie Singleton, and Leslie Judd. Okay, and I loved them. I thought they were all brilliant. Okay, so now I've seen Connie Huck on there, and I can't bear her. And the same for Holly Willoughby, another one, thick as two short planks.
I
can't
agree.
bear them. And I ask you because you are the age I was then, and yet you feel the same as me. Is that right?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Is there anyone as a younger person who do you really like on the telly? Who entertains you? As in a show where people talk to you rather than like a comedy special or something like that.
I don't know.
Who do you like on the telly? Who do you like on the telly?
I have no idea, actually.
Right.
Preferably, I don't know, but I like most of the shows, like, say, Big Brother, but then they've got presenters like Davina McCall, which is so annoying.
You don't like her?
No, because, like, she's just too overreacting, and, like, whenever she talks, she's just, like, I don't know, she's really annoying, though, like if you looked at last night, she was like screaming her head off for some reason.
Oh, was she? She does come across as a little bit mad, doesn't she? And I think
Very.
I actually think that's how she gets away with it, to be honest. I think that's how she gets away with it because she is quite mad. I'm convinced of that. You know, it's funny, isn't it? Anyway, thanks for talking, Tom. How you getting on with your sound, by the way? Did you get anywhere with that microphone?
Not really, no, because I did try loads of different stuff, but yeah, it was only the one microphone that worked with stereo mix, and it wasn't exactly any better than this one.
Still having a problem with that. Oh well, you'll get it sorted. Don't worry.
I will.
All right, Tom.
All right.
Take care now. Bye bye, Tom.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, Tom. There we are. Tom in Birmingham. Interesting to have someone else's point of view then, who's so much younger than me, and kind of agrees. Right. What have we got here? We've got an email here that I kind of half finished. I didn't finish this one on Thursday's show, and it's from Jennifer, regular correspondent to the show. And she was talking about rednecks. Now, rednecks, I think, are cowboys in the USA. Jennifer's in the USA. And she says, rednecks, I love them. She said, I have different types of admiration for them. I think you may just fancy the young body-built rednecks. Yes, they are the best. Of course they are. Of course they are. Let's see some pictures. Anyone in America, please send through pictures of lovely rednecks, and I shall tell you which ones I like and which ones that you can package up for me and send over, okay? Use the email address to send pictures, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Jennifer says, all them ripples of muscle from farm and ranch work. Yeah, I'm getting all hot now. The air conditioning's on there as it is. I can't turn it down any cooler. Don't make me hot. Here in America, they usually have farmer tans, which is where the arm has two different colours of tan due to where the t-shirt sleeve stopped. Yeah, well, I don't have that myself. I do tend to be topless in the garden, to be honest. I really do. I tend to be topless in the garden. I would consider myself a redneck as well as my co-workers. Being that I have many animals, and some of them being farm animals, and I wear cowboy boots and cute plaid shirts, I am often called a redneck. What about? Well, I've got quite a checked red and green and white shirt today. Could I be considered a redneck? Do I need to sort of, beef up a little bit more, perhaps? What do you think? I mean, I'm doing the swimming quite a lot. I'm down in the swimming pool most days now. It's working. The weight is coming off. Jennifer says the other type of redneck is the big fat hunter type who drink beer and chew tobacco. Oh no, we don't want any of those around here. Thank you very much. We really don't want any of those. She says, however, some of them are nicely built. My husband fits into the second category more than the first. What, you mean the big fat hunter type? No, don't send them round here, please. My letterbox is too small to get one of those through. Okay, send a fit one. She says, he's beginning to get the beer belly, chews the tobacco and loves to hunt. One day we worked cattle and he wore a baseball cap backwards on his bald head. Oh, that old one, eh? There's plenty of middle-aged people walking around trying to look younger than they really are. Pardon? No, I don't do that. How dare you? I'm not trying to look younger than I am. You know my age. I've told you before. Oh, you must know my... I've told you so many times. I'm not telling you again. Pay attention in future. She says, there's an opening at the back of the baseball cap so you can adjust the size. Well... he had this sunburnt red bullseye in the front of his head, just above the forehead, where the little hole was. It was so funny, and he had to go into his high executive corporate job with that. He certainly got a lot of comments and laughs, so I should think so too. It's a bit like, these people that go skiing, and they got the sunglasses on, haven't they? And they get big white marks round there. and with my root canals, you might say I look like a toothless redneck. I beg your pardon. I have all my teeth and they are pearly white. Oh, I thought you took yours out, Jennifer. Don't you take yours out, your teeth, and put them under some cold running water, dear? It's just my molars that are crap, she says. I don't know what happened at the age of 20. They just started breaking down. Thank God my other teeth are perfect. Now, and she goes on to the subject of Barry Manilow, and I have tickets. I'm going to show you them yet again. I have tickets to go and see Barry Manilow at the O2 Arena. Not just Barry Manilow, but Barry Manilow with the Royal Philharmonic Concert Orchestra with my best friend and ex, Ronnie. Oh, didn't you know that? Oh, yeah, I went out with him years ago, about 20 years ago. Wouldn't go near him again. God, far too old for me now. And Barry Manilow, I used to love him when I was a kid. Oh, yes. One voice singing in the darkness. The one album with him on the cover displaying a gold chain on his wrist was my favourite. I know Copacabana at the Copacabana. You need maracas for that one. If you're going to sing that one, get your maracas out. Pardon? No, not those, dear. Maracas. The things with, what are they, rice and peas inside that make a nice noise when you shake them. I have maracas. Yeah, when I do my karaoke nights, I take maracas, tambourine, cymbals and triangle. Oh, yes. Practically an entire concert orchestra. She also knows Mandy. I have certainly grown away from his music, though. Oh, how can you grow away from Barry Manilow's music? You disappoint me. You absolutely disappoint me. I heard that one city in Florida, I think, was having problems with the youth hanging out much too late and disturbing the peace of the neighbourhood. The neighbours of the area came to a conclusion that they would play Barry Manilow over loudspeakers and the defiling youths disappeared. How does that make you feel? Wonderful, actually. Wonderful. There's not enough Barry Manilow fans in this world. She says, and for God's sake, the cookie tree, because I didn't know what a cookie tree was. The cookie tree is not a Christmas tree in which you hang cookies. Oh. It's the logo for Keebler where the elves live. They make the cookies in there. What, the elves? Do they make the cookies? Elves? It's very concerning. I hope they wash their hands first. Please see attached. Did you notice them on the packages I sent you to eat? No, I didn't look. I just ripped the packages open and ate the food. Well, must be going, need to hit in the box. Hit this in the box that keeps piling up with work. Talk to you later from Jennifer. And there is a very, very small picture at the bottom of the email, which is, I believe, the cookie tree. That must be the cookie tree there. And there is an elf. There is an elf standing next to it. We love the elves. Thank you very much, Jennifer. Hello, Oscar. Oscar is a fan of Claudia Winkleman. Claudia Winkleman. Oh, now remind me what she does. Claudia Winkleman. I think I like her. The name rings a bell. I haven't seen her for a long... Does she do much anymore, Claudia Winkleman? I don't know. Tom says he agrees so much with the youth. Well, of course you do. You're 15 years old. You will do, won't you? And Sean says, please stop showing off your tickets. Well, I don't know. Claudia Winkleman, someone come back and tell me what she does now. I'm not sure she's still on the television, is she? Hello to Millie in Minnesota, who sent this in about a week ago now, who says, hi, Chris. Ronnie's cats, Ronnie's my best mate, are gorgeous. You remember seeing pictures of Ronnie's cats? Yes? Well, she says they're gorgeous. I did put them on Facebook. It makes me want to get another kitty cat myself. Get one, Millie. Get a cat, dear. Such wonderful company. And they're not bothered if you go out, are they? They're just not bothered. You often talk about funny things Katie does. Well, she does. Well, I have a funny cat story as well. My cat, Tiffany... Oh, that's a nice name for a cat, isn't it? Tiffany. I don't know if Millie's with us. Are you with us this afternoon, Millie? My cat, Tiffany, was a tortoise-shell tabby cat. And she used to do two things which I found absolutely hilarious. I would take her with me when I went to the cottage in Pelican Rapids, and one of her favourite games was to run upstairs so fast you could hardly see her on the way up. And then when she got all the way up, she'd stick her head in between the railings. I can't tell you how many times I nearly peed myself laughing when she pulled that stuff. They are so funny, cats, aren't they? Especially the kittens. At the moment, Ronnie's cats are at the stage where every now and again they will suddenly take off and climb up the curtains. The other thing that she'd do that was funny was, if there was a glass of water where she could reach it, whether it had ice in it or not, she would take her paw and dip it in the water as daintily as you please and then lick the water off it. At first we tried to stop her doing it, but then realised we were fighting a losing battle, so now let her just do it. Yeah, I've caught my cat many times. She won't drink out of the cat bowl, right? If there is a drip coming from the tap, she seems to hear it and instantly goes for that and tries to catch the drip as it comes out of the tap with her paw and drinks it like that. She says, I'll save the rest of what I was going to put in this email for when you're able to take one of my Skype calls. Well, we can take one now if you call in now, Millie. But before I close, I have one question. Who's going with you to the Barry Manilow concert? Well, Ronnie is, actually. Are you saving that spare ticket for a potential suitor? Still no one has come along, Millie. 47 years and still no one has come along. What is going on, dear? I'm sorry, honey, I couldn't resist. Puts her motorised wheelchair in high gear and runs for life. Thank you, Millie. Nice to hear from you, my darling. Millie is in the house. Now, a letter has come through, boys and girls, sent from America to United Kingdom tour. You can, if you want, send stuff in the post, letters, cards, whatever. Feel free to do that. I will give you the address, the post address, after we've had a little look. And I always like to open the letter. This has not been opened yet, look. I always like to open the letter on, actually, while I'm doing a live show. And then you can see the look. Oh, look at that. Some lovely pictures I've been sent. Picture postcards. Now, if you've been with us for a few years, because we've been going since, I don't know now. Is it October 2005? I think we were going. We've been doing the video side of things for about 2 years. And I used to have behind me a map of the world. And people would send things in, and I used to pin them up on the wall behind me. Now, those of you listening, I'm just explaining this to you. Now, all I have behind me is a shelf, a mirror ball, a clock, and a black curtain. And do you know what? I think it was better when it was a little bit haphazard behind me. Now, it's all very... Oh, I don't know what you would call it. Oh, there we are. Millie's on the line now. Hello, Millie.
Hi, my darling. How are you?
Minnesota. All right.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm sorry I didn't Skype in at all last week, but I was at the cottage and couldn't speak freely.
That's all right, darling. I was just about to say, Millie, you know the backdrop behind me? You know I've got a black curtain behind me now.
Yes.
Do you think it was better when I had all the little things pinned on the wall?
Yes.
I do as well. I was looking back at one of the old shows. Not that I'm one to watch my own shows, you understand. But,
right. I mean, we're all our own worst critics. Like, I think my show is awful.
Well, I mean, I look back at it and I thought, actually, it was better. I think it looked better behind me when there was a map up there and all different things, cards and letters that people had sent in. It's a little bit too sterile now, isn't it?
Too severe. Too severe.
Too severe, that's it. Yeah, maybe we'll change it. Anyway, how are you, Millie? All right?
I'm good. I must admit that the cottage visit was a bit of a difficult one. I'm not exactly popular right now.
Do you want to just tell us what this cottage is, please, my love? People that don't know.
Sure. Sure. My family owns a cabin about 3.5 hours away from where I live, in Champlin, Minnesota, USA. The cottage is located in Pelican Rapids, Minnesota, and it's actually located on Pelican Lake, and it's called that because supposedly, and you couldn't prove it by me, it's shaped like a pelican if you view it from the air. And our cottage is right on the water. It's beautiful.
No time. It doesn't ever flood, does it? There, do you get?
Oh no. Well, I mean, we've been lucky. We've never been hit with floods.
Yes.
We get thunder and lightning storms, things like that at the summertime, and it gets really cold up there. It gets cold down here where I live,
yes.
but up north it's worse.
Very cold. So it's nice and warm in that cottage, is it?
Oh yeah.
Surely it's not cold there now, though, is it?
No, It's in fact, but somebody could live there year round if they wanted to, because it is winterized.
You see, that my dream, I think, is eventually to live somewhere in the middle of nowhere with someone special.
Yeah.
I'd like to live in the middle of a cottage, in the middle of a forest, in a little house, little bungalow or something like that, with the person of my dreams.
Yeah, but the question is, will you ever find one? You're so picky.
Who's picky?
You are. You're picky.
Why do you think I'm picky?
Well, you're always going on and on and on about, I don't know if I like that one. That one's too young for me. That one's too old for me. Come on, Chris.
On and on and on. I hardly ever mention it. What are you chatting about now?
On. Do I have to play matchmaker for you?
Well, perhaps you do.
Personally, I think you should have stuck with Ashley.
Oh no, he didn't want to know anymore, did he? Didn't want to know. Oh, it's all hard work, Millie. It really is.
Yeah, but anything worth having is hard work, isn't it?
But they don't want to know after a couple of visits. That's it. They're off to another one. There's just no hope. There is no hope, Millie. I've even started going to church and playing to the Lord above, but still no one comes.
Oh, the trouble is, you're looking too hard.
Oh, how many times have I heard that? You're looking too hard. Someone will come along. This is your year. I'm sick to death of hearing the same old pony. I really am.
I'm not saying most of that. I'm not saying. I'm just saying you're looking too hard. That's all.
Who's looking? I'm not looking. I'm not looking at all.
Right. Uh-huh. Sure, and I have warts and buck teeth.
Anything else, Millie? I've got a lot to get through. It's lovely to have you back again, darling. It's been a few weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
Actually, that special surprise that I've been working on for you, I'm putting the finishing touches on it now.
All right.
And I shall have it in the post in October.
Okay.
And it's a DVD, but it's nothing dodgy. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, don't send any rudeness through the post. We're not having that in here.
No, it's not anything dodgy.
All right. Thanks for calling, Millie.
Okay.
You have a lovely day. Lovely to hear from you again, all right?
Yep, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There we are, Millie in Minnesota. Regular correspondent to the show, boys and girls. Now, a little bit later on this afternoon here on United Kingdom Radio, we got Sean Riches. Let's have a little word from him.
Hello, join me, Sean Richards, on United Kingdom Radio. I'll have some weird and wonderful chit-chat, jokes, funny facts, phone calls and Skype calls, and, if you're all good, a competition. No prizes, it's just for fun. So come and join me on United Kingdom Radio every Saturday between 5pm and 6pm. See you soon.
Oh, I got a kiss then. Did you hear that? Someone gave me a kiss. Was that you? Are you kissing me? Please. Okay, let's go back to this letter that's come in, and then I'll give you the postal address just in case you want to send anything in. And it's come from Ashley, again a regular correspondent to the show. And by the way, I was having some baked beans. Someone sent me some lovely baked beans Bush's baked beans from the States, and I have now finished those. Thank you very much for those. And Ashley writes, on the subject of the beans, didn't you know that Bush's baked beans will give you gas? Works every time. Oh, I know that. I know that. I can get Heinz beans here, but I haven't tried those yet. I have tried Marmite and Ambrosia cream rice. Not my favourites, but it was worth a try. What, you didn't like Ambrosia cream rice? Oh, I found that hard to believe. Really? There is also Ambrosia dairy custard, comes in a tin as well. I think you call it a can, don't you? In a can. Very, very nice. Try a tin of Heinz baked beans. See if you like those. To be honest, since I was sent the first Bush's baked beans by Suko quite a few years ago now, since then I've decided I actually prefer the Bush's baked beans now to the Heinz ones. Okay. Right. Oh, hello, Lee. Lee says, don't wear check shirts, you'll get strobing. Not on my video camera, but yes, you're probably right on the little webcam. Am I strobing? Am I flashing quickly in front of you? Please don't tell the police of my flashing. All right? Okay. So, Ashley has sent in some lovely postcards, presumably of where she is here, and other bits and pieces. First of all, Galveston Island, Stuart Beach. She sends a postcard from there and says, I spent Memorial Weekend. What is Memorial? I don't know what that is. What is Memorial Weekend in the States? I don't know what that is. Please tell me what that is. I spent Memorial Weekend in the Galveston, and it's so much fun. There are many places to grab a bite to eat or a cool drink if you come over. If you come over, I'll take you here. We have clean beaches and warm water, yet I wouldn't swim in it. It's too full of bacteria and other nasties. Oh, dreadful in the sea, dear. I mean, it's never happened to me, fortunately, but I gather the sewage goes out there. Well, I mean, it must come back in somewhere, mustn't it? I mean, can you imagine that? Swimming and something floats past. Oh, God, I feel ill. Blech. Can you imagine that? Something floating past you in the sea. Not very nice at all. Not nice. Mike Cullen thinks you were talking there about Marmite and creamed rice together on toast. I hope not. No. I think she's tried. You haven't been trying to eat them together, have you, Ashley? Marmite and creamed rice on toast. Not a good idea, darling. All right. And Ashley also says she sends this picture of some topless people. They look like the Chippendales. And it says, howdy from Texas. Have you come over all hot yet? Let these guys cool you down and make you feel comfortable. And she sends me a picture of these muscle things. To be honest, not my cup of tea. They're too... You see, I'm getting picky again. Amelia will tell you I'm getting picky. There's too much muscle there. It's just not... it's not right, is it? You know, I don't know. They've been going down the gym too much. You don't want something like that, dear. You really don't. Another postcard here from Galveston Beach. She says, you would love, and I do love wilderness. You would love the wilderness of Texas. I wish I could look out and see this every morning. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And I do like wilderness. I really do. I'm not a city person. I did actually consider moving back to London at one point. I really did. But then one day I was sitting in my garden and I thought, well, you wouldn't be able to do this. You know, it's so peaceful and quiet where I live. Another one from Galveston, the ferry crossing, picture of the boats there. And she said, this is a super rough ride when it's windy. Last time I rode this, it was smooth and lovely. The weather was nice and dolphins were swimming alongside the boat. How lovely. A lot of people go and swim with the dolphins, don't they? They do like to swim with the dolphins. Let's see. Another Galveston picture here of a beautiful, beautiful sunset. And she says, isn't this absolutely gorgeous? Yes, it is. I love sunsets, so do I. Maybe you can grab one of those cowboys and take him down the beach. Now, that would be nice to be sitting with one of those... not the ones... Not the Chippendale ones. you know, normal cowboy, sort of around about the age of 30-ish. 30 to 35, and to be sitting there watching the sunlight while the arms are around me, and perhaps I've got a cup of tea in the other hand, while singing along to my favourite Barry Manilow records. I mean, that is just heaven, isn't it? Do you think that's what heaven's like? Will Barry Manilow be performing in heaven? I do hope so. And finally, she sends a picture of a beautiful, beautiful lion cat. Beautiful picture. And it says, I was last here on May the 29th with a friend of mine. It was such a hot day, but seeing the King of Beasts was worth it. I still want to visit the London Zoo when I get over there. Which is your favourite zoo animal? Oh, it's got elephants. I like elephants. Yeah, elephants. And I like giraffes as well. They're fun things, aren't they? Giraffes. Don't you think? Giraffes are fun things. So, yeah, that's what I like. Thank you so much for these postcards, Ashley. It's really nice of you to send them through. I'm going to give you the address now, boys and girls. If you do want to send anything through, please feel free to do so. Let me just cut Ashley's address off here, because she doesn't want you to see that. She's put at the bottom of the envelope, do not bend. It's a bit late for that, my love. I bent years ago, I think. The address, if you want to send anything in, is Chris Reardon, United Kingdom Talk, P.O. Box 4073, Bracknell, Bracknell, RG429ED, United Kingdom. Alright, once again, if you want to put something in the post, please send it to Chris Reardon, United Kingdom Talk, P.O. Box 4073, Bracknell, Bracknell, RG429ED, United Kingdom. And that will get here. And don't forget, I always do open. I never open anything before I come up here. I always open it live in front of you. All right. Hi to David and Kat on the Isle of Wight who are with us. I'm only here for another couple of minutes. You're a bit late joining us today, aren't you? Oh, dear me. Call yourselves regulars. Honestly, never mind. You'll be around for we've got two more people. Oh, my air conditioning nowhere. I've got two more people on after me at 4 o'clock. We've got it's nearly 4 o'clock now, isn't it? 4 o'clock. Tom Harris live from Chicago, and then at 5 o'clock, one of our newest members is Sean Riches, and he's with us straight after Tom at 5 o'clock. All right. Couple of messages coming through. Oh, hello to Suko. Hello, Suko, who says, I've swum with the dolphins. Oh, that's nice. She's swum with the dolphin. Is that a night? It must be a lovely experience. Because they're very intelligent, aren't they, dolphins? Very, very intelligent creatures. Thank you for that, Suko. I'm just keeping an eye on the time. We've only got about a minute left now. And then Tom will be with you at 4 o'clock. Some more messages here. David and Kat say, we had visitors. Sorry, Chris. What, for the last few weeks you haven't been here? You don't love me anymore, David and Kat. I'm unwanted. I am on the shelf, aren't I? I know I am. Sean says he loved my sick noise. What, this one? Well, the thought of eating spiders like Tom does is awful. It really is. Anyway, time for me to go, boys and girls. Don't forget the email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Alright? chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. The main website for this particular show is www.unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. You can watch any of the old shows there as well. I'll be with you again live on Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock UK time. Okay, Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock UK time. Do join me then. If not on the recordings, Tom Harris with you at 4 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.